Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Bowfinger. So this movie stars Steve Martin as I guess you could call him an aspiring filmmaker, but really it's more of like an obsessed aspiring filmmaker, like a lifelong dream. He's tried to, he's ambushed people at different places to pitch his script. He's tried everything he can to get, to get into the movie business, and he's just not having any luck. He manages to get a meeting with a big executive played by Robert Downey Jr., and he pitches this script to him, and he discovers that Robert Downey Jr. basically discovers like, hey, this guy's a con art. He's lying to him basically. So he says, yeah, as long as you get the biggest star in the world to be in this movie, we'll greenlight it. So Steve Martin takes that as like legitimate, and he starts to look at how can we get the biggest movie star in the world in this movie, and that guy's played by Eddie Murphy. Well, the issue is he knows he can't get Eddie Murphy, so he's like, he's going to get a guy that looks just like him, and then kind of like make this bootleg movie, with a bunch of people some of whom are unaware they're even in a movie, and it just completely spirals into chaos. That's the story of Bowfinger. I love this movie. I think if you're someone who really likes movies, is like really into movies, I think you'll appreciate a lot of the little touches in this and like a lot of the writing in this that has these little moments I think movie fans will really appreciate. Great cast: Steve Martin, Heather Graham, Eddie Murphy. I'm sure I'm forgetting others, but like really good cast. I thought this was a really funny movie. I mean, I think it's consistently funny. All the jokes aren't funny, but I think overall it's pretty successful comedy. I mean, I think there's a lot of laughs here, especially if you like these characters. Some of it's a little like, there's some lowbrow humor in here, and there's also some like more like, a little, especially if you're a movie fan, there's some stuff that's like tucked in there, like little Easter eggs that are fun. But that, it's a mixture of humor types, and I think overall it works pretty well. Heather Graham looks like amazing here, like holy cow. But but anyway, goofy, over the top, kind of movie, but just fun to watch. And again, just a great cast with this fun story. And as a movie fan, I appreciated all the little like I said, little Easter eggs, for movie buffs to find. So anyway, that's my review for Bowfinger. I thought it was a really fun movie. I understand if you think it's like too goofy or whatever, but I thought it was pretty much perfect for this kind of storyline. I thought like the humor, again, while it doesn't always work, it usually does. And so I definitely give Bowfinger a strong recommendation. As if you're a fan of any of the main cast members, Eddie Murphy, Steve Martin, or you just like, I don't want to say over the top comedies, but it is pretty over the top. But it's not like over the top like Airplane. It's just kind of goofy. Anyway, I'm rambling. That's my review for Bowfinger. If you want to check out more, go right here on YouTube to my movie review playlist. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.